Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 16th through the 22nd. We're going to check in and see what is happening with the week ahead with our little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer deck. And then we're going to pull a money manifestation card for you from that affirmation deck. We're going to stick with these two decks for the rest of December. I know you guys are used to seeing me switch it up, and I love sharing different card decks with you. I'm just having a hard time finding holiday-themed decks, so it's going to be this week and next week. So then when we get into January, I will have new decks for you all the time again. Leo, what's happening? Leo's Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo's Sun, Moon, and Rising, December 16th through the 22nd. What does Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about the week ahead? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, my darlings. First card is King of Spades. You may be in some air energy. You may be dealing with an air sign for some of you. You could be dealing with a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra. Or you might have air in your chart, and this could be an element that's kind of coming in strongly for you the week ahead. You might be really in that air energy and planning mode, getting into your logic, getting into your reasoning. Even if you don't have air in your chart, you may be in this King of Swords kind of vibe. The thing that's great about the King of Swords is he's pretty unshakable. Okay, so this makes me feel, and he's very, very logical, and he doesn't let his emotions get in the way. So Leo, I feel the fact that this is coming up for you Monday, Tuesday is saying that you've maybe taken a stand about something, or you've made a decision about how you want to proceed, and there's going to be no changing your mind. Like, no matter what anybody says, you're not going to feel sorry for anybody. You're not going to be persuaded by anything that they have to say. Like, you've made up your mind. You know what you're doing, and that's it. That's done, right? Like, you and for you now that you've made up your mind, the rest of it is just going to be about, okay, what are the next steps for me to take? What do I need to do next now that I have this decision, now that I know what I want to do, now that I'm clear about what direction I want to go in? It's going to be about planning the action steps. I do feel for some of you, there is kind of an element here where you have been coming out of your shell over time, and you've been stepping into your power over time, and you have some successes coming up. And for some reason, Leo, I feel like for some of you, it could be an older sibling or a parent, or a colleague, someone. I feel someone is trying to step up to you and not compete with you, but maybe behave with you in a way where they're kind of condescending or putting you down in a way where they're trying to remind you that, hey, look, before you had this success, before there was you, there was me. Like, I'm the original here. Like, I'm the experienced one here. Don't go getting all too sure of yourself. Like, I feel someone's trying to put you in your place in that way. I don't feel they're trying to sabotage you. I just feel they're trying to prove a point to you that, oh, don't go get a big head because I'm still top dog. But the fact that you have the King of Spades or King of Swords coming up here, I feel like you are coming out from under that. Like, nope, sorry, nope, you don't have that power over me. You're not smarter than I am. Like, you're just kind of coming out from under that. Like, nope, sorry. And you're doing it in a non-dramatic way, which is the best part. Because King of Swords, he doesn't get caught up in drama. He doesn't get caught up in emotions. He uses reason. He uses logics. He uses fact. And he's able to find the middle ground and move forward, right? Without all the kind of back and forth. Very, very assertive. Very, very, efficient. Very, very efficient, okay? Your Wednesday, Thursday card, my darlings, is 5 of Spades. So you guys have all kinds of air coming up so far, okay? 5 of Spades coming up so far, along with your King of Spades. So this is going to be Swords. You guys are in the Swords energy. So it seems to me, again, you might have an air sign that you're dealing with because all these swords are coming up. or it's just a week ahead where you're being challenged to use your intellect. You're being challenged to think fast. Five of Spades or Five of Swords can sometimes indicate a power struggle, a disagreement, an argument. So that is right off the bat confirming for me the vibe that I was getting with King of Swords. Because remember how I said I felt like somebody might be trying to like one up you, or try to like keep you in your place, that hey, look, don't go getting a big head because I still know more than you. So once you're like taking this stand, this person may be trying to engage you into some kind of a power struggle, or they're not able to let it go. Okay, understand this. Whoever this is that you're dealing with, they're not going to be able to let it go. It can be a family member, it could be a coworker, it could be a boss who feels threatened by you, like a supervisor maybe that feels threatened by your performance. It could be in a romantic relationship. These are general readings, guys, so they're going to apply to your circumstances in different ways. If you don't write out, like straight far out, not far out, but if you don't write out, have someone who's trying to put you in your place, either way, midweek, there's like a conflict energy. So it could be that you're being triggered in some way, whether it's because someone is having a power struggle with you, or someone comes out of the blue and triggers you. Five of Spades for me is a card that says, don't wait too long before you speak up. And some of you might be in that situation midweek where you already waited too long. And what I mean by waited too long is the feelings are so pent up to where you just want to go off. You just want to let them have it, right? And this person might not have any idea why you're so upset. They may genuinely, seriously be clueless about it, because as far as they know, they have the same dynamic with you, right? Oh, I always say that to you and you never react. Or I always do that and you're okay with it. And they just kind of act like all of a sudden you're being sensitive. They don't understand that the last 25, 30, 40, 50 times it has bothered you, but you haven't said anything because you didn't want to be dramatic and you didn't want to make a big deal. And now this last time it's like, oof, the straw that broke the camel's back. They don't get that. They just, whoa, what's going on with Leo? Why is Leo so upset? Why is Leo so sensitive? And you're not sensitive at all. You've just been putting up with their crap forever, right? So what I'm going to say to you is this. Somebody might trigger you and you might be really tempted to go off. My advice to you is, if you can, take a step away, calm yourself down. Use this as an opportunity to maybe do some journaling, write about why this is upsetting you, why it's hurting your feelings or insulting you, or however it's making you feel, and who else in your life has made you feel that way. You will be very surprised by what comes up, because you'll be like, oh my God, here's the trigger I didn't know about. Now I know what I need to heal. Now I know what I need to let go, right? And once you're calm and once you have that figured out, you're going to go back to this person later after you've calmed down and you've released all this anger. And you're going to say, I would like to talk to you the other day about what happened the other day or yesterday or whatever, or earlier. I just would like to ask you that from now on, you don't refer to me in that way, or you don't take that tone with me, or that you please don't leave the bathroom light on because the electric bill is way too high, or whatever the heck it is, right? Go back and talk about it when you're calm, and say, maybe I haven't said anything before because, I didn't want to make a big deal, and I thought maybe it would slide, or I thought maybe it's something that would like kind of go away. But now that I see that it's happening regularly, I feel like I need to say something about it. Right? And then when you come to the person in that way, with that logic, with that cool level head, how can they argue with you? Right? But if you're like, you always do this, oh, Leo, you're just sensitive, combo, there goes, you know what I mean? So if you can approach them with that cool logic, that cool reason, if you can stay in your King of Spades energy or King of Swords energy, they're not going to be able to dispute with you. They're not. They're not going to be able to turn it back around on you. They're not going to be able to, turn tables on you like that, or flip the script on you like that. So just keep that in mind. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card, Leo, we have Oh my goodness. You guys saw me shuffle. You all saw me shuffle. My goodness gracious. You guys are in your battle of wits. This is like a battle of the minds here. In the week ahead. This is interesting. You have Jack of Spades. So this in traditional tarot would be Knight of Swords. Okay. Now, typically, I have to say, I kind of try to give somebody a heads up, like, hey, make sure that you're not being the Knight of Swords in the way where you're being a know-it-all, because sometimes, Knight of Swords can be a know-it-all. But I don't feel that in this situation. I don't feel like you're being a know-it-all, Leo. I feel like the reason why Knight of Swords is here is you're just determined. You might be fed up with a person or a situation or a job, and you want out. And you're getting very clear about how you want to do it and where you want it to go. This is just my only little heads up for you. You started out the week as king, okay? And whatever happened here, if you allow it to get to you or to shake you too much, you don't want to regress back into a knight, right? You want to stay the king. You want to stay the king. So whatever's happening at the end of the week, maybe somebody really ticked you off. Don't let that enrage your emotions to where you're rushing ahead too soon into something blindly. Maybe stick to the original plan, or maybe you can find a way to make the plan go a little bit faster, but don't let your emotions get the best of you to where you're like, I'm gonna show them, and you're just like really rushing through or really rushing ahead. You don't want to regress. Stay in that king energy. All right, don't go backwards from king to knight. All right. For some of you, I feel like what might be happening is the roles might be a little bit reversed here, and you may be dealing with a child, and I want to emphasize an older child, because the last time I said something like this, somebody was like, oh yeah, my 2-year-old or my 3-year-old. I was like, no, your 2-year-old or 3-year-old is not trying to challenge you. Your 2-year-old or 3-year-old is a child being a child, okay? I'm not talking about toddlers here. I'm talking about some grown-ass kids, okay? You might have a child who is maybe in their late teens to like adult years, that maybe you might feel like you're having a power struggle with this child. I'm saying child because I don't know what other word to use, even though I'm not saying they're like a child. But keep in mind that, you want to stay above it. You want to be the mature one. You don't want to stoop down to their level. Also, I hate to say it, Leo, for those of you where this is something you are experiencing with your offspring, they are holding up a mirror to you. They are maybe showing you things about your younger self that you haven't forgiven yourself for yet. And you might be looking at them like, oh, why won't you listen to me? Because you want to spare them from what you went through, right? So you have to release yourself of feeling guilty for whatever choices you made, and you have to allow them to make the choices that they're gonna make and realize that it's not your fault, right? Like, you're not responsible for every single choice that they make. So just a little heads up for you there in that way. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here with your money manifesting card. For Leo. And we have ambition. Now, I'm gonna cheat here, kind of like a card nerd enthusiast person. I know that the creator of this deck, this beautiful person here riding on this horse, is the same artwork that they use for their Chariot tarot card. And what do I always say about the Chariot? You make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. It's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. So this is kind of coming up as like the Chariot. Make up your mind. Once you make up your mind, things are going to start moving forward, my dears. Your affirmation is, I am ambitious and do not procrastinate or waste time being negative. Write this down. Say it out loud to yourself every morning when you wake up, every night before you go to bed. Make it your mantra throughout the day. And this is going to help you with your ambition and to keep moving and to make good decisions, right? Not to be in the negative energy. Be sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising video. Be sure to watch the channeled messages for December. If you're looking for love readings, check out the love readings in the link of the description. And I thank you all for watching, sharing, commenting, subscribing. 2020 readings are starting to pop up. Keep an eye out for those. And the private reading calendar will be coming up very, very shortly. Keep an eye out for that as well. All right, my darlings, I'm wishing you a fabulous week. Take care.